So I started this Create This Book 2 about 2 years ago now, and have slowly been making my way through completing all of the prompts in here. After completing 17 videos on my journey so far, I thought I would give you a mid-completion update as to the progress I've made and then also my plans moving forward. I have created many art journals in my life. I have a whole video on my collection, which will be linked below, and tend to follow a similar theme when I see the end of my journey approaching. I'm a list-oriented person, so I love having a documentation of all the things that need to be completed, and my process of creating art journals is absolutely no different. So for some reason, the satisfaction of completing a page is just even better when I can check it off of a list. So here is the completed list of all of the art journaling prompts that I still have yet to complete. So as you can see, there are about 50 to go. So as I flip through my entire Create This Book 2 today, and you can see the completed and non-completed pages, I will share with you some stats and just some reflections on what I have completed so far, and then also for what is to come. On another note, all of my Create This Book 2 videos will be linked below if you are interested in checking them out. While I flip through this book, let me give you some stats so far. So as indicated in the intro page, Mariah Elizabeth's book has 100 lovely prompts to complete, and at this point I have completed 46 in addition to the cover and some introduction pages. So for the sake of this video, let's call it halfway completed. So for reference, it averages out to 3 prompts per video over these past 2 years in the 17 episodes. So projecting this to the future, that means I will be able to complete this in like 2 years, which honestly sounds a little bit overwhelming, and that seems like a very long time. So with that being said, I do hope to finish this project in less than that time, but honestly I do not know what kind of time I will be able to provide to this. But right now, with a long winter break ahead of me from my university program, I hope to complete quite a few pages in these next couple of weeks and work my way through this, because it's still quite a daunting project, as you can tell. All that I need is your body next to me. So honestly, the process of me choosing a prompt to complete for a video is entirely random and is not based on anything. I don't do it in any order or any type of theme for the video. I just kind of choose a prompt that I can think of an idea for right away, and I go with that. So that's kind of just how this list of uncompleted pages came about, and let me know if there are any prompts in here that you would like to see me do next. I'm always open to suggestions. So I also made some mental notes as to how I want to improve my art journaling moving forward throughout this book. One thing I noticed is that marker pages where I draw something and then color them in are extremely overdone in my art journals, typically because I do them when I'm feeling like I'm lacking creativity, and also when I'm wanting something that doesn't take a lot of time or like mental effort. Also, when selecting my favorite pages, the ones with atypical medium are generally my favorites. So with that being said, I am making it my goal to try out different techniques to fill my art journals other than my tried and true Crayola super tips, which I use all the time, just to practice my skills. Another goal I have is to make more clever pages or clever ways to transform the prompt into artwork. So for example, I love connecting like TV shows and movies and books to the prompts to give things like a personal touch and to make the page more memorable. I also like to take a specific word or phrase of the prompt and try to make that and present it in a creative way on the page. And lastly, I want to continue to enjoy myself while completing this. If I hate using colored pencils, I'm going to avoid it, because ultimately at the end of the day, this is supposed to be fun and enjoyable, and I don't want art journaling to be a chore. When I fall back down, will you be around? You said always if I stay in your head every day, always. So as later in the video, I'll be going through some superlatives of my completed pages so far to kind of give you some idea and reflection on what I have done. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on some of these prompts or superlatives in the comments. Let me know. It's fun to hear what other people have to think about everything completed so far.
So far from me now. If I turn it up, can you hear the sound? Just give me a shout. I'm stuck, holding on, trying to let go is another song. Feels like if I did, I would do you wrong. I guess we are who we are till we're falling off.
Now, time for some superlatives on my pages so far. This is not something that I do very often, but thought it would be fun to review and reflect on the art progress made so far, and then also hopefully use that information to expand my art for the future. So here are the categories. First up, we have best use of atypical media. So I chose this prompt that says create a dream, where I use both toilet paper and lint, and I think it's a really cool way of incorporating that. This page is most out of my comfort zone, where I created a knife painting. This is something that I had never done before, and I was surprisingly happy with how everything turned out. Next category is my favorite page, so I actually have 2 pages for this. First up, we have this prompt that says create layers with this beautiful belle dress. That took me ages, but I think it turned out so well. I love how the fabric looks and making the page super bulky. The next one of my favorite is create a page of lyrics, which is the Taylor Swift Evermore page that I absolutely love, with the embroidery floss braid on there, the newspaper, and also the lyrics of her song. So one of my favorites. I think it's so pretty. Okay, the next category is my least favorite / ugliest page. So I have 2 for this because I just really couldn't choose. First up, we have this one that says create colors. I just hate the colors and hate the layering of the Pantone swatches on here. Just looks messy and not really what I wanted it to end up looking like. The other page for this category has the prompt create assemblage. This is just not, I don't like how it looks. This was one of the first pages in here that I also did, so not a fan. And the next superlative is the page that took the least amount of time. So it is definitely this one that says create positivity. This was one that I did in my most recent video, I believe. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, just stickers, pretty simple. The next prompt is the page that took the longest. So I have 2 of these. First up is create string decor. So as you can see, I actually crocheted for this page, which was something that I had never done strictly for a art journal page, but that's what I did for this one. I did the border around here and then also the scarf. The other one that took the longest was this one with the prompt create a shock. So this butterfly net took quite a bit of trial and error to get not only the hot glue to stick to make the butterfly net, but also like the butterflies took a long time, but overall I think it's really cool and I love how it turned out. Another category is a medium that I hate but used anyways, and this has to be pencil crayons, which you can see right here for the prompt create repetition. I just do not like using them at all, and of course I chose the page that I had to do a million of the same things over and over. But yeah, the next one is the bulkiest page. So this is going to go to the string decor page that I showed before, but obviously this crocheted border is really chunky and making the book really thick. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know which prompt I should complete next, because as previously mentioned, a break from school equals much more time for fun hobbies such as this. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.